That's how things get fixed in the military. Did you hit it with a hammer? And if that didn't work, do you have a bigger hammer? That is plain and simple how it works.
Hey, I'm Rob, former firefighter.
Hi, I'm Kevin, I'm a military veteran. And today we're playing Never Have I Ever.
Fire and Military Edition.
Never have I ever laughed inappropriately at a completely inappropriate time.
I have. I remember going on a call as a rookie. And I was a rookie most of my career because I started touring comedy right after joining the fire department. But lady was stuck in her chair, obese, probably 600 pounds. She's stuck in her lazy boy recliner. And it just looked like a scene out of a movie. She was stuck, and I had to stick my arms out, let her put her arms under me. And as I reached to get her, she was so sweaty, I just seen all the hairs on my arms just laying down from the sweat and the funk. So I laughed after because I was pissed that I had to do it. But yeah, so that was something that happened to me.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's why we're sitting here today. You know, sometimes you see comedy and stuff where a lot of people don't see comedy, but that's our job, right? To kind of bring it to everybody and be like, trust me, it's funny. Just in a year or two, you're gonna look back at this and be like, that was hilarious. You know what I mean? Never
have I ever participated in a prank so elaborate it probably violated at least 3 codes of conduct. Absolutely. I mean, that's what the firehouse is. I mean, we've spray guys on the toilet, spray guys on the shower. We've put stuff in guys' food. I mean, yeah, so I mean, that's just part of the firehouse.
Absolutely, I have. And I was also a product of one. I was, right before I got out, a friend, 2 of my buddies convinced me that my barracks room was haunted. And they had a spare key to my room that I didn't know about. They would come in, they would move stuff. They would come in at like 1 in the morning and move stuff around while I was asleep. They were able to sneak in and do a lot of things. And I was genuinely like going crazy. And I remember at the very last day, they're like, we're just kidding, man. And I was like, that's not funny at all. So yeah, it's pretty messed up. I should have held them accountable for that, yeah. Never have I ever said, we're not leaving until this is done, and immediately regretted it. I have. Many, many long nights, 2, 3 in the morning, finally going home to wake up at 5 and do it all over again. And I was the one in charge. And it all falls back on me. I've eaten that sandwich many times, yeah.
I'm gonna say never. Hey, I'm a comedian. I was probably a comedian turned firefighter. So I was the one trying to get the hell out of there. So never have I ever gotten yelled at by someone whose name I still don't know. I have, absolutely. I mean, Fire Academy, I was the oldest, I was the slowest. Ward, get your ass over here. So yeah, absolutely, I have.
I just want to say never, only because we had name tapes very visible, and whoever was messing with me and yelling at me made sure I knew their name by the time they were finished, so. Oh yeah. Never have I ever fixed something with brute force and misplaced confidence. I'm gonna tell you, that's a huge I have. That's how things get fixed in the military. You don't have proper procedure. You have, did you hit it with a hammer? And if that didn't work, do you have a bigger hammer? That is plain and simple how it works.
I never. I never.
Make me feel like a bad technician, dude. Like I'm not doing my job right. Never have I ever woken up to someone screaming, laughing, or snoring and not sure which was worse. Absolutely, I have. Screaming in your sleep is way crazier, but people, I mean, people are living their lives. You're living in the barracks, especially. People are living their lives, and you got roommates, and they're snoring, or they're playing music, or they want to laugh. And I mean, yeah, sometimes it gets a little too out of hand.
Well, I have, especially like if around firemen and stuff like that. If you fall asleep when you're not supposed to, absolutely, they're going to find something. I actually fell asleep in class one day, and they took smelling salt and put it under my nose, and I woke up in panic, and everybody was laughing. I didn't know what the hell was going on, so I have.
Yeah, sleeping you don't get to sleep. In any of these professions, you don't get to sleep.